Well, good morning, everybody. You are watching and listening to Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. I'm Melissa Houston, a health insurance specialist in Victoria, BC. And I really love the fall colors, autumn colors in the leaves.
Lovely. And good morning. I'm Marnie Dangerfield. I'm a wellness coach and advocate right here in Victoria, BC as well. And I'm just loving this screen. Sorry, I was going to do something else, but Melissa, I just have to, this is so great. I just mesmerized. I could just watch this and not speak. But anyway, so I'm loving this fall scene that you've created for us this morning.
Well, I'm glad you like it. It is actually courtesy of YouTube user 321 Relaxing Meditation Relax Clips is their name. This is called Relaxing Music Nature Sounds Autumn Forest HD. So if we were listening to the sound, there's probably some relaxing music in the background too.
Nice.
Yes, so welcome. And I'm just going to, before we start with our agenda, send a quick note via our group chat for anyone who is newish to Zoom and may not be able to find our group chat function. That's how we encourage you to interact with us today. And if I type a message, it will pop up and help you find it a little more easily. So I'm going to do that right now. All right.
And there it is.
So,
Hi, good morning, Maggie.
yeah, we got Maggie and Rose today. Good morning.
So lovely to have you here. So I'll just mention, go over a little bit about what's coming up. So we're going to be starting with our value statement in just a second, and then myself and then Melissa, we're going to share what's inspiring us today. I'm going to offer up a wellness tip, our daily wellness, and then we're going to share our contact info and round it out with a fabulous motivational quote from Melissa. Mm-hmm. And good morning to you too, Rose.
All right. So we have to start with our value statement. Today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion,
and to enjoy this gift of life.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Well, what is inspiring and or motivating you today, Marnie?
Okay. And as I'm sharing too, feel free if Rose and Maggie, if you want to share, type in anything that might be inspiring you this morning. We'd love to hear it. Mm-hmm. But for me today, I am inspired by the good in people. And I was reflecting on this because I know there's lots in the news and it can be like, whoa, there's not much good going on. But just in day-to-day interactions with people, and I find it really inspiring just, seeing someone struggling with something in the parking lot and somebody rushing over to help them and them smiling and laughing. It's just like, yes, there's this good. And then last night having a conversation with a friend saying, she had something really big delivered to her house and was like, what am I going to do? And her next thing she knew, her neighbors were coming out, gloves on, to help her with it. And this past Sunday, turning on my Facebook and seeing Melissa up early to do a run for the cure for cancer, and showing all these other wonderful people who were doing the same thing. And so that just seeing, connecting with the goodness in people, and that how we are so good, and our inclination is to do good and help people, is really inspiring me.
I love it.
And thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's so important to be open to that awareness because it is all around us. And depending on our mindset, it can be easy to just not notice or, yeah, just not be paying attention and to see it for that. So that's a great thing, Marnie. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for myself, mine is going to be a little bit different today. And mostly because I woke up in the most, or not the most motivated or inspired mental and emotional state. And that happens sometimes. And that's, I wanted to be authentic and express that this morning because I think it's important to acknowledge that, we're human and we don't always feel like our best selves. And the thing is, I'm aware of it. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because it brings the good things back to my top of mind. And I know being truthful and sharing what I'm experiencing will help me ultimately get back to where I want to be. And, there's nothing necessarily wrong with experiencing the range of emotions. But in this particular case, I don't feel like it's like for a specific thing. I think it's just something that I'm feeling without really a justifiable reason. And so I don't really feel bad wanting to move out of that state and to feel more inspired and motivated for my day ahead. So what I thought I'd do is share what I'm planning to do today to try and turn things around for myself. And I'm a little staticky apparently.
You're better now. Yeah, it just clicked.
And if anyone has some advice too on other things that I should try, I'd be more than happy to hear them. But here's my little list of things I was thinking of this morning about how to feel a little bit better today. Top of my list was to drink lots of water, and I was also going to meditate, which is something I usually do, but I'll just make sure I prioritize that too. I'm going to use my happy light that I mentioned a few weeks ago. And also, I'm going to just be really patient with myself. I'm going to be conscious of being patient with myself and not self-critical. I'm also going to make sure I dedicate some time to showing some kindness or goodness to others today. I'm going to try to show, what's the word I'm looking for? Creating goodness for others, I think, will help create some feelings of goodness within myself. So I want to make sure I do something specifically for others, to pay some good attention to others. And to make a gratitude list. I think that would help too, to spend some time mentally and emotionally sitting in gratitude with some things that are good about my day in my life. And then the last thing on my list is I wanted to spend a little bit of time reading some of my favorite Instagram posters for wellness. I actually have a whole separate Instagram where I've saved their counselors and therapists and psychologists and just people who are on a wellness journey who post very inspiring, insightful things. And I've got like almost 60 people that I'm following on this list. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going through those too, because I have a feeling when I read those, it will help shift my mindset and my emotions. So that's sort of what I'm going to be focusing on today to see if I can make myself feel a little bit more like myself.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa, and being so real, because of course that we're human and this is part of the journey. We're going to have these days and mornings when this is what's going on, and I love what you've come up with to help with that, and also that you're allowing it. It's like often we feel different things like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling that, or what's this, and stuff it down. And
Mm,
like even that speaker we were at last night, it's like not stuffing it down. It's like allowing it and being no, like not adding a story of it's right or it's wrong. It just is. And
mhm.
then, as you say, taking the steps you are to, yeah, and just be
Yeah,
curious, like, huh, this is
because
happening.
there's a difference between, at least from my perspective, there's a difference between doing these kind of steps compared to just trying to ignore it and pretend those feelings aren't there. And
Mhm.
um, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Sort of getting kindly curious about, I wonder what this is about. Is it, and as you say, it
yeah,
could not be just one thing. It could just be a general, yeah. But filling your cup up, like your list says, that's everything you outlined in your list. It's like, yeah, that helps to just, yeah, fill you up and help out. I like how you also put about spreading kindness and goodness to others, because yeah, that always
yeah.
helps.
I think it does.
Yeah.
And do you have a wellness tip for us today, Marnie?
I do, and sort of a big believer in when I get multiple messages during a week from different sources on a similar topic. And this past week, I've been listening to Marie Forleo's book, Everything is Figure Outable, which is a lot of fun and has great messages in it. And then my lovely siblings gave me an early present. It's a calendar for next year, but it's started already. So like, oh, just have it. And so I opened it up, and the big picture for October is "You Do You."
Oh,
So this message of "You Do You" came at me, and listening to me Forleo talking about there's only one you in all the universe. And so my wellness today is reminding each and every one of us, including myself, that we're each unique, and we're all here for a reason, and there's only one of each of us in all existence. And so to really embrace the wonder that is you, and all the gifts that you have to share, and all the quirks and all the things that maybe we've been somewhat programmed to think are maybe not right, or I should do something this way. And I mean, obviously there's the golden rule and the norms of society, but your own, what makes you unique and wonderful you, is embracing that. um, and you can start with, you maybe already are doing it, but if you haven't, just taking baby steps of like, I know last week I mentioned about journaling, and journaling
mm,
about what lights you up. It's like, maybe get curious this week with a bit of journaling of what's you. What does that mean to you? You do you. Who are you? Kindly curious and supportive and kind always, but like, yeah, how can you share the light that is you, and what you have to bring to each day and every moment, and embracing that. And so I just wanted to bring that, because I think sometimes it's easy to forget. I know it is for me anyway, and just get caught up in the day to day. I'm like, wait, what can I bring as Marnie, or what can you bring as Melissa, um, to whatever you're doing today?
mhm. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
And I did actually follow your tip from last week. I consciously was thinking that at several times during that day and in the days following. So I'm gonna have fun with this one. And I couldn't help giggle a little bit, and you'll see why when we get to the motivational quote.
Okay. All right.
So, but before that, I want to share our contact information with everybody in case you don't have it yet. There we go. We can be reached via email at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. And our main source of contact with the world is via our Facebook page, MM with MM. That's where we post reminders about our weekly webcast here. And we also post the recordings for anyone who is not able to join us live. Please feel free to share our page with anyone that you think might enjoy these webcasts. We're also on Instagram, motivation_mornings_with_mm. And again, we post some reminders about the webcast, but also try and post a few more images throughout the week to, keep us inspired and motivated a little bit. Our YouTube channel is a very long address, so please feel free to email or send us a message via Facebook if you would like that link. But it also can be easily found when we post our webcasts on our Facebook page. Yeah, that's how you can reach us.
Nice. I just really want to just mention thank you for showing up this morning and joining us here with live, and for those of you who are watching the replay, we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to get motivated.
Yeah, it's well, we certainly find it worthwhile.
Yeah.
So I hope
Yeah.
you do too. And to finish off, I will share our motivational quote, and you will see why I was giggling, Marnie, because it's a little synchronistic. Is that the word? With things that
like
are synchronistic. I picked a Dr. Seuss quote.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Okay, sorry.
Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you.
Yes. So amazing.
People, we did not coordinate this.
No, we don't know what each other is going to say on each call beforehand. Fun that way. Wow, this is so neat.
So this truly means that we should all be thinking about and appreciating who we are as individuals. And yes, we all have wonderful gifts to share with the world. Don't be afraid to share them.
Yes.
And appreciate them within yourself.
Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thanks again so much for joining us this week, everybody.
Yes. And thank you, Rose. Rose says she loves it. So yeah,
Okay.
I do too.
Awesome. Well, I hope you all have a most wonderful day, and it'll be great to see who can join us next week.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. You have a great day too.
Have a good one, Marnie.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.